It's Fillin and Chillin, number 3. Let's start off with these. I was talking about these last time. Yeah, well, we're at the point where I just want to get rid of them, so that's the outcome on that. I did finally get first blood with the Blitz, though, yesterday. With one of these pellets. We had a bunny that was very persistent on trying to eat our front garden, so after, I think it's been about 2 weeks of trying to get the thing to, you know, knock him around, scare it off. Didn't really work too well because you'd go out the front door, the thing would be in the garden, you yell at the thing, chase after the thing, and it just sits there. So maybe it wasn't the smartest rabbit in the world, but yesterday it got its last peace offering. It is no longer with us. The strawberry plant is safe, the rose bushes are safe, a couple of the other bushes are safe for now. We have so many rabbits though that there'll probably be more. There were like 2 or 3 roadkill victims. There'll probably be more. It was just kind of funny. I kept looking outside my office window, and then the thing would just be there. Huge rainstorm came, and it was hiding in one of our little mini trees out front. Like, what am I seeing? I just see this, like, this bunny's ass hanging out of the tree. Oh, interesting. Oh well, it's gone now. Problem solved. Alright, last time I mentioned loopholes with air guns. So what are some of the loopholes versus having a firearm compared to an air gun? Loophole number 1. We're talking about the USA, by the way. I don't know about other countries. Other countries have some really bizarre laws where you can't even own an airsoft gun, but you can get a pellet gun, you can get a PCP. And then they have power limits and stuff, so this is only the US. Compared to a firearm, what are we talking? As far as I'm aware, the only limitation on ownership for PCPs would be age. So once you're, you know, 16, 18, whatever the limit is per the state, you're good to go. You don't need to go to a gun store. You can order it online. You don't need a license. There's no training courses to take. You can pretty much shoot in your backyard wherever you are, as long as it's, you know, within reason. For the most part with firearms, you're going to need to be 500 feet away from any inhabited dwelling. Unless you get express written permission, you won't be able to shoot in your backyard. Even if you are outside of that 500 foot range though, your town is going to have ordinances in place that, regardless of being 500 feet away, you're still not going to be able to shoot. That's going to be based on town, so you have to look at that as well. They don't have that with air guns though. Let me go grab my tool for that. Okay, I'm back. So the town ordinances are one thing that's going to get in your way, regardless of pretty much anywhere wherever you live. So with the air guns, you can easily get around that ordinance. I've never heard of an ordinance for an air gun. I mean, as long as you're not being loud with it, they can't really complain about noise either. And even if you are loud, you have the option of getting suppressors. You're not getting a suppressor for a firearm unless you're in a state that it's even legal in. You have to have the paperwork to do it. You have a waiting period. With these, just the option to have them for the air guns, you don't have to worry about anything. It's cool. And just like I'm saying, from like being annoying with it, because full auto with the Blitz is getting close to, like, it's not as powerful as a 22, but you're getting close there. And when you're getting to the power ranges of a firearm, your noise is going to be going up. So if I have the Gauntlet and it's close to a 22 in power, and then I remove that suppressor, it's pretty much as loud as a 22. You wouldn't think it, but Just judging from the foot-pound energy, you can kind of wager how loud something's going to be. So 100 foot-pounds, 22. Around 300 foot-pounds, 9mm. And that's the crazy thing when you're getting to like my Texan, you get to throw essentially a 9mm with no license in your backyard. You can go hunting with these. These qualify for primitive weapons like muzzleloaders and stuff. That, once again, depends on where you live. You may have the option to even hunt with these, so that's kind of cool. And I'm pretty sure you could use these in both hunting seasons. It's not like I don't think it's limited to just the primitive weapons. You could use it in like the firearms. Don't hold me to that. I'm not 100% sure, but I'm pretty sure you could. What else? So no licenses, a lot less restrictions on where you can shoot them. You can get the same power essentially. You might not get the same form factor, obviously. You're not going to get like, well, maybe you could, a 9mm, like 9mm equivalent power pistol. I'm not 100% familiar with what's out there. So you might think with the air guns, it's a 22, but it's a full size, it's a big gun like the Gauntlet. You're only going to get a limited amount of shots. It's only a 7-shot magazine. Then you get to the Blitz, which I'm just like thinking of how effective some of these PCPs can be in a high capacity kind of way. Like, all right, you shoot a gun, you reload the mag, you're ready to go. With an air gun, you need to change the mag. You have a limited air supply. As you get lower and lower in air, your power's gonna be, dwindling. Mags are low volume. No, the capacity's limited. All right, so what's stopping us from getting a belt-fed, which they already have? They have a Tippmann belt-fed pellet gun. Looks like the Tippmann 98, but it's like, it shoots 22. Runs off a HPA tank, like a nitrogen tank, same as a paintball gun. I don't know what the regulator is at on that. I'm assuming it's adjusted. So if I can get that belt fed, and I've already demonstrated this other part with the Blitz, strap a transfer tank to my back, tether the gun, what is really stopping someone from laying waste with one of these things? Give it some more time for PCPs to become more mainstream. Other countries have already, set laws in place that already kind of get around these loopholes that I'm talking about. I guess in America we can get away with it because no one gives a shit about PCPs. It's just going to be firearms. The firearms, the taboo thing. But when more and more people realize, how people like, here's the double-edged sword. Oh, you got that AR-15, that black rifle. It shoots the 5.56mm. Well, if a 9mm explodes lungs out of a deer, this is the lung disintegrator. It explodes it inside your body and turns it into dust, and it starts a small fire like in the Onion. The focus shift from people not understanding that looks of something does not determine the effectiveness of it. But take a Mini 14, everyone loves comparing this, a Mini 14 to a AR-15, and oh, you got a pistol grip. Oh, it's got a wood stock. Oh, it might not have a flash hider or a muzzle brake on it. Oh, the magazine that comes with it stock is, 10, 15, 20 rounds higher, but it shoots the same round. It shoots just as fast as you can pull the trigger, unless we're talking full autos, but we don't even need to get to that point. But one is taboo and the other one's just disregarded. But then once we make people aware that, oh hey, this is essentially the same thing, you guys are too stupid to understand. They don't like to be insulted, probably. There's no way that's the same thing, kind of deal. Well, it's not technically the same, it's not the same gun, but it does the same thing. But good thing we haven't gotten to that point yet, because that's when everything's going to be on that list of, alright, let's just get rid of everything, kind of thing. Just like opening a door to these people. I don't know how they haven't caught on yet. That point's been made, I don't know, hundreds of times. And I'm just amazed that they haven't, their counter argument is, oh, let's ban that too. I have to get another tin of pellets. Alright, be right back. Back again. Alright, so back to a loophole again. I can't believe I forgot about this one. If you have a felony, you're not going to be getting a firearm. Especially if it's like something that has to do with violence. Yeah, goodbye. But you can get a PCP that's as powerful as a firearm. You can get PCPs that are full auto. You can get PCPs with very high capacity. PCPs that you can tether. So I honestly, I'm like on like this little journey where I almost want to make a point of just how effective these things can be. I'm sure there's a million people who've already done it, but I just want to like compare. I haven't even been shooting much other than the PCPs. Still just as fun as firearms. A lot less cleaning. I mean, a lot less cleaning. These things are so clean. As long as you don't follow Air Venturi's advice and, you know, take your filter out of your fucking compressor. That's amazing advice. Then you're clean. If you don't have a clean air, then you're going to be dirty. So other than that, you're clean. And if you fill from somewhere, like you get your tank filled from somewhere, the transfer tanks, make sure they have a filter. Because believe it or not, I've heard instances where at paintball places they didn't have filters. So, trust no one. Man, that Air Venturi thing still kind of pisses me off. I just hope they crash and burn. Karma. Alright, so, my shorts schedule. I'm changing things up in the morning. I kind of want to do a little bit with the Bandit. I've been doing a couple of them. I want to just shoot a bunch of little things and just, you know, see what happens. Do some slow-mo kind of stuff. I did figure out that my GoPro has slow-mo options, so been using that a little bit. I don't like going too crazy on the slow-mo unless it's something that like warrants it, especially if it's on a not specifically made for, you know, doing slow-mo. I'd have to like probably get a camera that can take care of that if I keep doing that. But I guess this is just a little trial thing. And I've been extremely critical on how I'm doing it, because I know it's something that can be really like overkill. So I'm going to be doing it only for very, very limited segments of a video, and then just going back to normal, because I don't know, just from seeing it from other people as well, unless it's done very, very minimal, it just I don't know. You tell me, does it get annoying to you if you see a lot of slow-mo shots, especially when we're not using equipment that is geared for that? It's kind of like stretching the limit on these things. I mean, this one hits 240 frames per second, and if I drop it to like 5% speed, you know, you're still getting a pretty good amount of frames. But on a normal rate, it just looks like crap when you do it too much. And then you get the audio starts like tearing pretty much, I guess. I don't know what they call it. Yeah, so I got the Bandit in the morning. I did bring out the Kratos. I kind of want to bring that out a little bit more. Those eggs were a disaster. Even outside, what a mess that makes. What a mess. Of course, the first shot I take, it's like fire or something when you're sitting at a campfire. you move from the smoke and it just keeps following you. Well, this was shooting the eggs in a way that hopefully they wouldn't, you know, come back and hit the camera. Somehow, it just went right towards the camera. Don't ask me. It just kept following the camera. Alright, let's just finish up this mag. This video is already long enough as it is. We are filled and chilled. I guess next time I'll probably talk about the scopes that I want to talk about. I'll bring some of those out and show you. But, for now, get in there. Of course I had to go in upside down, right? For now, that is Fillin and Chillin. Number 3. Okay. See ya.